Ready for more. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war.
NFL football has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. The atmosphere here electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Kansas City Chiefs. And off we go from Las Vegas. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. A give, it's Jacobs off the option. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. This defense for the Chiefs, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Carr going to throw. A first down and more for Jacobs. And all the way out to the 46. Well, Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And, Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Steps away to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
The tackle by Matthew Ioannidis.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL, and Clyde Edwards-Helaire with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Mahomes. And he finds a man on the crossing route. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Off the option, it's Edwards-Helaire. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
2nd and 7. Mahomes going to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Mahomes. Buying time to his left. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 40.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw, it's Mahomes. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 30.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 7 yards, the pickup there.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3.
3 yards remain for second down. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. Looking to throw is Mahomes. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. He's at the 50. 30. Past the 20. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. 6-0 our score after 1. Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Jacobs. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. They give it off here to the tight end. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. His second rushing touchdown of the year and third overall. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Great field position has to be one of the best friends an offense can have. When you don't have very far to go, you should cash it in with points.
Carr will look to throw. And it's incomplete, but a flag is down here, so hang on. Let's see what we've got. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. Fielded just outside the goal line. Well, now how about this return? And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their own 42. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And going deep for Hill. And got his man complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a big play there for the Chiefs.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
1st and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And not much, maybe a yard down to the 23.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a 1st down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now here's Mahomes. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
So I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. Extra point by Butker is on target. And this is back to a 5-point game.
Chiefs 7. Harrison Butker.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Their catch made at the 25-yard line. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that...
And the Chiefs are going to get him. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
And he'll look downfield for Waller. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge.
Let's go,
And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear video evidence to the contrary. And I give these officials a lot of credit. Such a tough and demanding job. You and I both know that. Yet
the football comes out. Jacobs lost it, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. There he goes left side. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
if the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead is now 2. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. The
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tip.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down.
Tyrann Mathieu, normally known for the pass coverage, this time a sack. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing second and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
And this returnable for Hill.
It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just in a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes got his man complete over the middle. That's Leonard.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds, making it all the way down to the 5. A big play there for KC.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
Mahomes gets it out quickly, and it's complete out wide. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Mahomes to throw once more. Feeling pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Throwing now is Mahomes. And it's caught. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Butker's kick here is good. And that will push the lead up to 5. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
On 1st down, Carr.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
He's got a man complete. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10.
They'll try to get it to Ruggs, but it's intercepted.
Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Butker now to add the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Both teams making their final adjustments before we get started once again. And for the call of the second half, let's send you back out to Allegiant Stadium and Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
on 2nd and 7. Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. And even 50 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. About 3 yards there to the 27. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Edwards-Helaire. Down right around the 25. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down. They're going to look to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a first and goal.
Back to throw here. Forced out to his left. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Chiefs take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that will make this a 19-point game.
Raiders 12. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25. Let's go, baby. Let's go. The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
To throw again on second down. Carr escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds.
It's a big play there for Vegas.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, it's Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Third quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10.
Now Carr again.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
And the Chiefs are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
That pick, his 9th on the season.
Remember when we were kids and you were playing Little League Baseball and they penciled you in the 9 spot in the order? That wasn't so good, was it?
Were you in the 9 hole?
Or you played the 9 position, right field. That wasn't so great.
That wasn't. You're picking dandelions out
exactly.
there. Right? But the 9 picks
9 picks, you want that in a big way. That's a great season.
Heck of a season.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
The tackle made by Nicholas Morrow. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Second down, back to Edwards-Helaire.
And he's going to be close to a 1st down as he gets this to the Raiders' 33.
Running lanes were at a premium in the 1st half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big 2nd half.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1.
He'll swing this one out to Edwards-Helaire.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to make it 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good. And that will extend their lead now up to 22.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there and a nice win for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
25-yard line. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Working from the gun, it's Carr.
He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Las Vegas, first down. 1st and 10 at the 30.
Shotgun now for Carr. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
We've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Carr to throw again. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Take four. Hey, Mike, 51. 808. All you get is a headache. 51 to Mike, boys, 51.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Dancing to his left. He completes this to Russell Gage. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
14 yards.
He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Chiefs' 45-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side. Sheds off the tackle, and he takes it all the way down to the 3. It's a big play there for Vegas.
First down. 1st and goal at the
They'll run it with Jacobs. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page, because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
This is 3rd and goal. This Chiefs defense, they're giving it all they got. They hand off to their big tight end. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
It's now 4th and goal.
They go with Jacobs, and he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the ball's going to be going back to the Chiefs. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And they'll get him down short of the 1st down, right on the 10-yard line. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come. Check the backer. Check the backer.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. Flush to his right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. Might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
Raiders 12. Harrison Butker to kick off.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fair catch. Made at the 25-yard line. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away. Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
18's the Mike. Know your job. Mike 18. Mike 18. Check that. 637. Watch 18. 18's the Mike. Time to go. Night, night.
Now Carr. Flushed out right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 11. Another try after the first down sack. Carr, reception here by Ruggs. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Watch 18. 18's the mic. We want this.
Mike 18, Mike 18.
Bandit. Bandit. Watch the edge. Raider one.
Carr now on first down. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Sponge. No. Whip. Watch the
Looking to throw again on second down. Carr being chased out left. Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
56 the mic. 56 is the mic. And here we go. Watch the pass.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. And he'll find Ruggs on the right side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10.
The mic, boys. 56. Check 56.
Tighten up.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a first and 10 as they search for a late score.
56. Crunch time, defense.
Carr now on first down. Steps away to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here we go, G. Express. 56. The mic.
Again, it's Carr. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the Raiders are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Here's Jacobs looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
Second and goal at the Chiefs' 7-yard line.
Come on, QB, come on. Mike 18, Mike 18.
93. Silver. Watch 18. 18's the mic. Let's go, baby. They turn over. Let's get that ball.
Mike 18.
Now Carr. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off down at the 10. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That's how you score.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that will extend this big lead.
Fair catch made at the 25.
Let's go.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. Escapes the defender.
CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now. And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this.
Jealousy is an ocean, and you either float or you sink. Moment of truth, credit check, you not approved. BB King, I'm in love with the blues. Don't start me up, I got finishing moves. Look, salute when you see me. Slid through all the commotion, it's breaking news. They got an